Hello and welcome back to Green Money Momentum. I'm your host, Trevor, and we're here for another daily talk of stock. And the markets continued to bleed again. Another red bloody day in the markets. And this snaps the 3-day win streak that we had. And so this is coming off of the fear, uncertainty, and doubt surrounding tariffs. We have been talking about this all year long on this channel. We have the three-headed dragon of fear, uncertainty, and doubt. That is inflation, interest rates, and then also tariffs. And so today's markets did not react the best, as there is some new news about tariffs. And also one of our favorite plays on this channel, DJT, the stock, also got hit as well. So DJT today went down a whole 8% and lost $1.92 in value. And so we're going to be covering everything that's happening in the economy, as well as our beloved DJT. But before I do that, I want to say, as always, that this is not financial advice. And I always recommend that you do your own due diligence before making any financial decisions. So let's start by looking at the financial news. What sent the overall markets down? And as I was saying, again, it is because of the tariffs. So some new fear, uncertainty, and doubt came into the markets as today President Trump unveiled some new tariffs on U.S. imports. And so these tariffs are set to be at 25%. And they are set to start on April 2nd. And so the overall markets are feeling a lot of fear, uncertainty, and doubt from this. And if you have been following the storyline of the entire year, this just seems to be what keeps happening. Every time there's an announcement of new tariffs, the market reacts like a spoiled child, has a fit, and then goes back down. But then when these tariffs are announced that they're not going to be as harsh as initially expected, the market will roar back up, just like a baby getting its way. And so with the tariffs, as I have been saying on this channel, if you've been able to look through the forest and get out of all the fear, uncertainty, and doubt, these tariffs, more than anything, have been a negotiating tactic. And so with this 25% auto tariffs, well, that's just because Trump wants to bring back more manufacturing to America. And so just yesterday, we had Hyundai announce their $20 billion investment in U.S. manufacturing and how they were going to bring a plant out to Louisiana. And this just continues the story that we have been seeing in the markets, as last month when there was a lot of fear, uncertainty, and doubt around the tariffs, well, Apple made a big investment into the United States, $500 billion. And then the month before that, when there was all this fear, uncertainty, and doubt again about tariffs, well, we saw the $500 billion investment into AI infrastructure, where they're talking about having, mass AI investments out here, bringing warehouses, all that good stuff. And so what really has been happening, if you have been following the storyline, is that Trump is trying to make America wealthy again. And through this, there may be some short-term pain, but through this small short-term pain that we have already experienced, we have already seen so much underlying growth in the economy with all these big investments. And so it does look like things are starting to get better on an overall basis when we look at how these tariffs have actually helped us thus far. They have improved border security, and they have brought a lot more investment out here. Oh, wow. They have brought a lot more investment out here to the United States. And so now when we look at the stock DJT, let's see where we are currently sitting at here. And so this is the day chart in DJT, and we could see that we lost a lot of the gains that we had when it had its big announcement of the crypto ETF. If you're unsure what I'm talking about, this was just from earlier this week, and that is that they are going to be doing a crypto ETF with crypto.com. So if you've been following DJT for a while, you know that they're not just trying to bring us into the mass adoption of truth, but also into cryptocurrency as well. So that big announcement with crypto.com did send this stock up pretty nicely. The stock went from around $19 all the way up to $22. But just as the overall market did today, we did see a sell-off. Now, what is positive is when we zoom out and we look at DJT for the last year, as I have been saying on this channel, I still believe that we are very oversold when we look at the stock. So I have two support and resistance lines drawn out here, these two trend lines, and this is just to show the overall support that we have in DJT and how we are currently under that support. And so if you look at these two lines over the last year, you could see that this stock has tapped this spot multiple times. And for the most part, we have traded above the $21 to $27 mark, other than when we did have the retraction right before the elections, and then currently where we are at right now. And so currently we are looking oversold on the MACD, and then also we are pretty low on the RSI. And so what I am looking for in DJT is I'm wanting to return back to these middle support and resistance levels here. We did tap that the other day when we hit $22, but we once again retracted, showing that we are still a bit oversold in DJT. I believe for both DJT and the overall market, what we're going to need is to continue to get through this jungle of fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And that is, again, the three-headed dragon of inflation, interest rates, and then also tariffs. The markets never react well to uncertainty. The markets are always forward looking and wanting to price in future events and earnings. And so these tariffs are putting the market into a state of confusion and uncertainty. And because of that, there has been a lot of sell-off overall. And so me personally, as I've been saying with these tariffs, I believe that these are just negotiating tactics to better improve the stand of America. We see that with all the investments, and overall this short-term bleeding, I believe, is going to bring us into a more golden age of America, as Trump has been saying. So for both DJT and both the stock market, we just need to get through the stage of fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And I do believe with these tariffs that they are not going to be as severe as we are thinking. I believe, just like with all the other tariffs, that Trump will roll it back or come out with an announcement that won't be as severe as many investors are expecting. And so that is just my personal take. As I've been saying on this channel for a long time, I am very bullish on DJT, and I am bullish on the overall markets. And I would be curious to hear what everyone else has to say about DJT and the overall markets. So please drop a comment in the section below on what you think. Please leave a like, and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next video.